Man United 3, Burnley 2.
Yeah, man.
Weren't convincing, but 3 points.
I think, man, so good passages of play today. I see some nice football at times. First half, it was positive. We need to put away some chances, though. But overall, the main scoreline that counts is, it's the final score. 3-2, we take it.
Did today show you, or show us maybe, that there is some good in the team, and like it's like an individual thing, like players' accountability of like, you got to finish your dinner, you got to start being on it more, you got to start, because Amorim seems to be very, like he said, very angry at the players about how they played against Grimsby, like on individual. Like, it's not about the system, it's not about the principles, it's about them as individuals just not doing enough.
Yeah. Listen, I think that's bang on. I think that is what it is. I feel like today Amorim, just like in the Arsenal game as well, he coached a winnable game. And due to individual players, or you're hoping for that individual brilliance, really, is for them to actually put the ball in the back of the net. We see even against Fulham, there were some pivotal moments in that game. Cunha had 3 good chances from the beginning of the game. If he gets even one out of those, and Bruno, that penalty, that's a different game, man. I think that game's done. So I think it's huge. I think it's a lot on the individuals, man. Individual errors. Even Bruno today misplaced a few passes that could have been detrimental to what happens, to the scoreline today. We just about scraped it.
And you're seeing in the second half, like we did it against Fulham as well, and that's why I think a lot of people, where the pushback's going to be of like nothing's changed, is that second half against Fulham, you see just lethargic, no real chances to score. Second half today, we allow Burnley into the game with silly mistakes, and then I'm going to be honest, bro. Up until that penalty at 2-2, for that, like, what? How long was it 2-2 for? Maybe like 10, 15 minutes? It was like 75th minute, I want to say. Yeah. It felt like going into the 80th, 83rd, 84th, 85th. It looked like Burnley were just going to just see it out. We're throwing aimless crosses in the box. They're clearing it. There wasn't really any clear-cut chances until that penalty. And some people will push back and say, nah, that's the same. Like, this is Burnley. This is Burnley.
I hear that, man. I do hear it. But at the same time, and that being said, a team like Burnley is going to lock off after that. 2-2 away at Old Trafford is a big result for them, especially considering their aim is probably just to try and stay up. So, second half coming out, I remember after the first 5 minutes or so, I said to the lads around me, I said to them, I don't know, man, I'm not feeling this.
That's what I'm saying. Because it was on a knife edge, and it shouldn't have been. It should have been about 3-0, but it was only 1. And it felt, you just knew that's going to come back to bite us.
We were flat. We came out flat. I was like, these guys haven't got their heads in the game. I could see it's conceding. 2 minutes later, bang, they score a goal. And the Burnley fans next to me going crazy. And then,
rightly so.
But I was very impressed with how we went straight back the other end and scored.
Did Dalot assist?
I think so.
I think he crossed it for Mbuma, innit? Yeah.
So, that's how I saw it. I was like, you know what? I've seen this many times. Concede a goal, and then we just heads drop, players start sticking up the place, but we went and scored again straight away.
But then we scored again straight away, and then what did we do? What was it, 10 minutes later or whenever it was? Was it long throw? Or was it the corner? Long throw, innit? Was it a long throw for their second goal? I can't remember. Yeah, it was a long throw, not flick dealt with, flick on.
And that's it. Yeah, more of the same again. So, yeah, it's it is frustrating, and we do need to be better, especially in the set pieces defensively. But, to be honest, with the back three today, I was very impressed. De Ligt was my man of the match today. I think he had a great game.
He's been, I have noticed with him, like, he's a lot more aggressive. Like, it's like Ruben's got into him and said, listen, I need you on the front foot. I need you winning those deals. And he's definitely doing that in the air and on the ground.
Yeah, we've lacked that as well. You've been watching United these past few seasons. How many times you just see teams like Newcastle and these guys just come and just bully us? Every time we play against Newcastle, I'm scared. Like, because they're physical, you've got the big boys in midfield and you're worried. But it's nice to see.
Which is still going to be a problem with the midfield we got.
Yeah, I hear that.
I don't want to think about that.
I don't know if you noticed today, you see even like Luke Shaw, how many times do you see him step into midfield and try to get that header? And he was actually, I'm not gonna lie, he had a great game.
Casemiro.
Yeah, man.
Casemiro was alright today.
That's what I mean, man. I think people need to be positive. People need to manage their expectations. Ruben Amorim is not a magician, man. You need to give the guy some time. I know people are...
Nearly 50 games, bro. It's a big sample size, bro.
I hear it, but he got dealt a tough hand, man. He came in November, none of his signings, implementing a brand new system. Don't get me wrong, I'm not making any excuses for last season because under no circumstances should we finish 15th. However, that being said, people need to be patient, man. But like the football I saw today, the football I saw against Arsenal,
you're saying there's something there.
I think there's enough to work off. For me, I'm Ruben Amorim, and at the minute.
So you think it's going to get progressively better and will start to become what a team in his image?
I just think the problem is far bigger than the manager. How many world-class managers have we seen come and manage at Manchester United and flop? Clearly they're not that bad managers. And then players, we say, nah, it's the players. So we shift from the manager, we start blaming the players. And then we got rid of how many different players now, but we're still seeing some fans. So I feel like it goes above the players and the manager. Don't get me wrong, each needs to be held accountable. Like Ruben Amorim's got a lot to answer for sometimes with his subs. I think, you know, his decision making.
Things he says.
Yeah, it's questionable.
Yeah.
Questionable stuff, man. But
Stick with him, you said.
I say stick with him because we haven't done that yet. We've done the whole bring a manager in and then sack him straight away after, you know, he's had a terrible run of form. But you know what? Seeing some improvement, just give it some time, man. It takes a while.
He's saying stick with him.
Stick with him, man. Stick with him.
Big up.